Hello everybody, this is the Johnny Mare, and welcome to my very first time streaming on Twitch. And so I have some awesome people in the chat here with me live, but if you're watching this, you are also potentially watching this on my YouTube channel. And I am streaming, as you can see, the game Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft, which is a collectible card game made by Blizzard based on the Warcraft universe. This is a game that has completely taken over my life since September. Now my job's gotten a lot busier too, but this game has definitely been what I've been playing in terms of gameplay. And so for those of you that have noticed on my channel that my videos have kind of slowed down to a pretty slow pace, about one per week roughly, work is the main cause for that, but Hearthstone is also a kind of culprit for that. So my point of doing this video is to get some practice streaming and also to get some practice playing a particular deck. So basically Hearthstone's a free game. You can download it from Blizzard's website and play it. But to get really good at it, you do eventually have to get to a point, I mean you don't technically, but you got to get to a point where you eventually will pay money for the cards, which I eventually had to get get a little bit better at the game. But tonight, what I'm going to be doing is talking a little bit about the game in general for any of you that might not have played the game before, and also showcase a couple of decks that I'm going to be using. And so the basic concept of the game is you have 9 different heroes that you can select from based on the Warcraft universe. And my screen went blank, so hopefully the stream is still working for everybody. Let me know in the chat. And they each have a different power that they can use and different cards that they can use. And my favorite hero is Gul'dan the Warlock, and that's mainly because he has a very awesome hero ability called Life Tap. So you can trade life of your 30 life that you start the game with, and that is the point of the game, is to get your opponent to 0 from 30 life using spells and minions or creatures. You can actually sacrifice 2 life to draw a card. And so the deck I'm going to be showcasing is called Handlock, and that is because it is a deck based around control and building up essentially as big of a hand as possible, stalling in the early game until later in the game when you can just throw out threats, like massive threats that essentially the enemy, your opponent, can't deal with. So I'm going to go through kind of the classic Handlock deck here, and then also talk a lot about some of the small tweaks I'm going to be doing and playing with tonight as well. So the classic Handlock deck is focused around what are called giants. So we have Molten Giant here, which is an 8/8 creature. Most creatures in the game are about 1 to 3 attack and about 3 to 5 health. So you can see he's massive. And the lower your health, the cheaper he is to cast. So with Handlock, we drive our health as low as possible, and then it's really cheap to throw Molten Giant out there. We also have Mountain Giant, who costs less for each card in your hand, which again is where the name of the deck comes from. The more cards in your hand, the cheaper he is to cast. We have Lord Jaraxxus, which is a legendary card. He's a special character in the game, and he has a very awesome power, so hopefully I'll be able to show that off. We have Siphon Soul, which is a creature killer, so if an enemy throws out a creature, you can use that to kill it and gain a little health back. We have Sludge Belcher, which is just a really good creature. The taunt ability allows you to prevent enemies from attacking you directly. They have to hit that creature. And Death Rattle means when you kill them, something happens. So you get another little creature with Sludge Belcher. He's a really annoying card. I hate playing against him. I also play Lotheb, which blocks enemy spells and makes them more expensive. Faceless Manipulator lets you copy one of your own really good creatures once you get it out, or a really good creature that your opponent might have. Twilight Drake is just a minion that the more cards you have in your hand, the higher its health gets, so that's really awesome. And then you have two minion types, the Defender of Argus and the Sunfury Protector, which give your minions taunt to protect you, so that's pretty cool as well. A lot of the rest of it is just, well, Ancient Watchers, another protector, so taunt that up so that they can't get to you. And Shadow Flame, Hellfire, and Soulfire and Mortal Coil are all attack spells, so they take out enemy minions, and in some cases will give you stuff like cards with the case of Mortal Coil. Lastly, we have Owl here, who looks really weak, but he has the silence effect, and so there are some really powerful creatures in the game that you can silence and get rid of their effects. And then also some healing creatures as well. And what's nice about this creature is that you can restore 3 health to yourself or 3 health to one of your minions. So that's pretty cool. So this is the standard Handlock deck that a lot of people play. Now there was a new expansion that came out recently called Goblins vs. Gnomes. And so that added some new cards to the game, about 120 of them. And so basically, what I'm going to do is also build a deck that adds a couple of different cards from that expansion to just test it out and tweak it. And so what I'm going to do is get rid of these Soulfires. The Soulfires are really awesome cards. They used to be 0 cost, but Blizzard changed it recently to 1 for various reasons, and they also added a new card to the game called, what's it called? Dark Bomb, I think. So now, with Soulfire you have to discard a card when you use it, so with Dark Bomb you don't. And it does almost as much damage, so in general it's a pretty useful card. And then I'm also going to get rid of an Earthen Ring Farseer for another new card that came out, which is called the Ancient Healbot. And so that restores more health to you. You can't use it on your minions, but it restores a heck of a lot more health to your hero, so that can help when you're really low on health. And the third kind of little tweak I'm going to make is take out a Twilight Drake, which they have a kind of propensity to be silenced by the enemy, in which case they become a 4/1 creature. So you can throw it out there with like 9 cards in your hand, it'll be a 4/10. Then they use an owl to silence it, and it's 4/1, it's an easy kill. So I'm going to take one of those out, and I'm going to throw in another card from Goblins vs. Gnomes just to try it out. And that is the Floating Watcher. So the Floating Watcher gains health and attack as you take damage during your turn. So every time you use your special ability, it'll get stronger and stronger, and even if they silence it, it's still a 4/4 creature. So I don't know if any of that's good. I'm just trying it out and seeing what happens. And so this is the slightly modified deck. I'm going to try a couple games with both decks just to see how it goes, and we'll see what happens. So there's a couple different modes you can play. There's casual, where you can just play against a random, opponent playing a random deck. And there's also ranked mode. You start at rank 25, and then you work your way up the ranks by winning games. From 25 to 20, you have to win 2 games per rank. From 20 to 15, you have to win 3 games per rank. From 15 to 10, you have to win 4 games. And then from 10 up to Legend, you have to win 5 games per rank. So my goal is to get to Legend, so I'm currently at rank 13. So that's going to take a while to get there. And you'll notice my hero is golden. That means I've won 500 ranked games because I've been obsessed with this game. But we're going to play with the standard Handlock first and kind of see how that goes. And we'll jump right into a ranked game. And welcome back, Kevin. My stream kicked out there for quite a while. I actually had to reset it on my computer. So if you guys said anything and I missed it, I apologize. I was focused. So here we go.
Gul'dan versus
So when you play a ranked match, you always play someone that's similar in rank to yourself. You get an initial 3 cards if you get to go first. You get 4 cards if you go second. And when you're playing Handlock, you want cards that are basically utility to what you're facing. And so this is actually a really good opening hand for both popular types of Warlock decks, which I'm facing. So I'm just going to keep it. Otherwise, you can throw cards back and get a chance at getting different cards. So I'm going to end turn, because I have nothing to play. Each turn you get an additional mana, which is down here. So the first turn you have 1 mana, second turn you have 2 mana, etc. up to 10 total mana, and then you get 10 by the end. And it looks like we're facing another Handlock deck. Awesome. So this is going to be really exciting in the opening rounds here, because we're just both going to be fearlessly tapping. And yes, Sarb, the Golden Hellfire is pretty awesome. Golden cards are special versions of the cards, and they have little animations associated with them. I also have the Golden Soulfire. So we'll tap in. We got another Twilight Drake, and so next turn we'll be playing the Twilight Drake, pending what he does. He'll probably coin out a Twilight Drake. That's standard Handlock play, in which case I might owl it. We'll see. Or he'll stall. Okay, he did nothing. Interesting. Well, then I will throw out a Twilight Drake. I could have also played my Giant. Now he has 10 cards in his hand. Okay. Fine. Still has 10, which means he won't be tapping. You can only have 10 cards in your hand max. If you draw a card beyond 10, it gets destroyed. Well, isn't this fun?
Shields up!
I'm gonna do something kind of stupid here. And that's push for damage. This is called a mirror match. It's when you both play the same deck. Very exciting, especially when you're both playing control decks, because the matches can take forever. Well, here's my dilemma. He likely has Shadow Flame, which means if I put out another Giant and taunt them, he'll just cast Shadow Flame on his giant, and that'll kill both of mine. So I don't really want to do that. Unless... no, I can't. No, I could. I could taunt.
So many possibilities.
It would still die. So do I want to try to protect against that, is the question. And the answer is... yes.
Shield up!
So now if he Shadow Flames, all he'll have on the board is a 1/2.
So many
that little slime here that came from the Sludge Belcher. And because he's at 15 health, he cannot cast his Moltens for that cheap. There's still 5 each to cast. And I actually have lethal next turn if he doesn't kill anything. But he probably will. So he has 15 health. I have 13, 14, 15, and then I can Soulfire that if he just sits.
My shield for Argon!
You might feel a little
Interesting. Do I tap? Still have to play around Shadow Flame. Yeah, I'll tap. That was a misplay.
I got this.
I meant to Shadow Flame him.
Well played.
Yeah, well played. Okay, well, that's it. I lost. Good job. That's why I'm practicing. You also get everyday little quests. So my quest today is to cast 20 minions that cost 5 or more, and I've cast 5 of them so far. Alright, let's try again. Hopefully we won't face the same guy, and hopefully I won't look so stupid. And actually mirror matches suck. Suck a lot.
Versus Rexa.
Let the hunt.
Alright, this is a terrible, terrible matchup for Handlock. So Hunter is essentially the main aggro deck in the game. And so they are going to put on pressure and attack as quickly as possible. And because it takes us a while, or me a while, to develop my board, that makes this matchup very difficult.
Put this apple on your head.
all these soul fires.
Bring out your dead.
Okay. Well, I am going to Mortal Coil. And I am also going to Soulfire that annoying Undertaker. That's a card that can get way out of hand in this game, because it levels up 1/1 whenever you cast a Death Rattle minion.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Alright, well, I'm going to take at least 7 damage next turn. Probably more.
My shield for Argus!
But on the plus side, I can throw out my Molten Giant. And I can taunt him.
My shield for Argus!
And I can take out his Knife Juggler. And now I am behind a massive wall that he may or may not be able to get through if he has Hunter Marks. So here's what I do. I Siphon Soul that to get some health back. Send this guy in to test his secret, which is almost always Freezing Trap. And then I hit his face for a massive amount of damage. And this is the fun of Handlock.
You call that a weapon?
And now I faceless manipulate my own guy. And because I have lethal next turn, I take him out. And we see what he does. If he has a beast and a kill command, or a kill command in general, he wins.
Well played.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Yep, I win. Yeah, Misdirection's fun. It's actually fallen out of play. A lot of hunters now play Snake Trap, Freezing Trap, and occasionally they will play Explosive Trap. I prefer Explosive Trap just because my hunters tend to be super aggro to the face. And yeah, Kevin, I hate mirror matches as well. So let's play once more with the classic Handlock, and then I'm going to play some with the modified one just to try it out. So every time you win a match, you go up a star. Every time you lose a match, you go down a star. And if you win 3 matches in a row,
Versus
then you get bonus stars.
You asked for it.
So if you can get on a good roll,
Be mine.
that'll make things easier. So Mage is a very interesting deck. It's a classic kind of spell deck, mostly. But with Goblins versus Gnomes, the new expansion, the decks have been moving towards creature decks more often than not. And that card, Unstable Portal.
What does the future hold?
Great. So that can essentially grab any card in the game, any creature in the game, and give it to them. But it's completely random what they get. Might actually want to kill that. Let's throw that out there. Let's get rid of that. And I don't want to hear their emotes, so I'm going to squelch. Yeah, I'm just gonna Shadow Flame. Big board. Sorry, I had a lot of limited cards until I started playing just a ridiculous amount of this game, and then I had lots more cards. Because every time you win 3 games, you get 10 gold, and you can buy a pack of cards for 100 gold. And then each quest each day that you complete, you can win anywhere from 40 to 60 gold. Or even 100 for some of them. So the Mage Hero power is Fire Blast. It allows you to do 1 damage to anything for 2 mana. Oh man. That is not a good card. I'm in trouble.
Some still funny.
So this is probably another loss. You got some pretty awesome cards off those unstable portals. That's nice. Oh, do I risk tapping? The thing about Mage... Yeah, they don't have any more unstable portals. Correct. You're only allowed 2 cards of any type in the deck. But they can have fireballs in their hand, which does 6 damage for 4 mana and would obliterate me. Yeah, I'll tap. Let's live dangerously.
Some still funny.
There's the fireballs. Which again, That's a classic play that people like to do. It's like, oh, I have lethal damage. Let me dink around on the board here doing crap, and then I'll do my lethal damage to you. Alright, so yeah, great times. So let's switch over to the new version with the newer cards and see what happens. So the highest rank I've ever gotten in Hearthstone is 6. I've gotten to rank 6 the last 2 months, but I've not been able to get above rank 6. I'll get on these really good win streaks where I'll get like 10 wins in a row, and then I'll lose like 15 in a row. So the RNG gods love me some days and absolutely hate me other days. Now this is a class that's making a comeback. Paladin actually was not played for a long time very much by people, and now with the new cards from the new set, a lot more people are actually playing it.
Job's done.
Because they got some pretty awesome new cards. Yes, the RNG gods, correct.
Reporting for duty.
So next turn I can throw out my giant. And he throws out Zombie Chow. Nice.
Reporting for duty.
Giant away! And now what he's going to do is use either a Peacekeeper or Humility to lower my giant's attack to 1.
Follow the rules.
What a surprise. Follow the rules. Well, let's throw our Watcher out there. Take out that little minion. That's invariable. They always do that. And there's the other infamous card played by Paladin, which is the True Silver Champion, one of the best weapons in the game. And my giant is now dead. That's unfortunate. Let's do that. And that. And that. I get 5 health back. Okay.
I wonder.
Well, let's taunt things up through the roof here. That's a nice taunt wall. Now the other play they have is what's called Equality and Consecrate, which turns every minion's health to 1, and then Consecrate does 2 damage to all of your opponent's minions, thus eliminating all of them.
Reporting for duty.
Okay. Well, we can clear the board here. I don't know if his ability is going to activate before my spell does or not. I guess we'll find out. Yep, it does.
I got this. Oh!
Yeah, the RNG definitely feels like it's got a vendetta sometimes.
I have no time for games.
Reporting for duty.
How about some giants? That would be nice. Ask and you shall receive.
I see
Kevin, I find that in tactical RPGs things aren't too bad. Because that's based more on things like accuracy and stuff like that. You gonna attack? Oh, of course not. Oh ho ho, Jiraxis. Hello, my friend. Let's see. Well, let's tap.
the end is close. My eyes are open.
And we'll heal our minion. Yeah. XCOM 2. Man, XCOM will punish you. The new XCOM, Enemy Within and Unknown. 97% chance. Miss.
Reporting for duty.
Followed by an 89% chance. Miss. Hello, other true silver champion. What cards do I have left? 10. Let's fearlessly tap. That's an okay card.
My shield for Argus.
And tactical RPGs are my favorite series of any game.
Your magic
Love
shall
'em.
not cease.
Consecrate here. Shocking. That's fine.
Reporting for duty.
So many possibilities.
To the breach.
Yeah, I will.
The rules.
I'll use Jiraxis, have no fear.
The Earth Mother is near.
I don't think I'm gonna lose yet. But we'll see. 6 cards left.
I wonder.
Reporting for duty.
That's fine. Here comes the new paladin combo.
Reporting for duty. To arms, men!
Oh, I'm 1 damage off lethal. That's so annoying. Because if I play Jiraxis, I get a 3 attack weapon. I don't even know what I have left in my deck. It's not usually a good thing.
So many possibilities.
Oh man, that sucks. Sucks.
Shields up!
Almost out of time.
Yeah, I should have cast Dark Bomb last turn. That's 7, 10, 16, 20. I do not think I can win. If I would have played Dark Bomb last turn, I could have. Assuming he didn't have a character that would heal him, which he probably did.
I wonder.
So I'll do it just for you, Zarb.
Eldar Lord of the Burning Legion!
But this is a total misplay.
Job done.
You win, but your world is still doomed. Yep, should have played Dark Bomb, but then he would have healed himself instead of playing that one creature. So, yeah. Oh well. There you go, Jiraxis, one of the coolest cards in the game.
Gul'dan versus Uther.
It's the same guy.
I will fight with honor.
Your soul shall be mine!
So I assume I'll be able to cast some bigger creatures in this game, which will allow me to get my quest. And then I'll open up a pack of cards so you can see what that looks like too. Not a recruit.
For duty. Reporting for duty.
If you insist. No, we gotta tap. That's fine. The problem is he's got humility and the Elden Peacekeepers, which are going to lower my giant to 1 attack. But I'm just going to cast Hellfire next turn. That'll kill all of them. So I'm already down to 20 health. That's awesome.
Come forth!
And he has the new legendary too. So there you go, Zarb. There's your new Paladin legendary. Pretty awesome, right? Not so awesome anymore.
Take heart.
Man, this guy's got a lot of legendaries. That's the problem. People are just spending money like crazy to get these legendary cards. Well, let's throw Sludge out there. Also him, and we'll attack face. But yeah, that's a pretty cool card. Yeah, it's great weakness and L. Basically, you hold him in his hand, in your hand, and every time a minion dies while he's in your hand, he gets +1 attack. So he works really great with that muster strength, which sends out all of those little minions, so that each of them, when they die, then he gets a massive boost.
Let me think.
Owls are the great weakness of a lot of things in this game. Okay. That's interesting.
Shields up.
So next turn I can double Molten.
Let me think.
You got Tyrion. Tyrion's the other Paladin legend. Every class now has 2 legends. No, you got Sneed's Old Shredder. What the hell? Why are people playing that card?
All upon us.
Alright, whatever.
I got this.
Job done.
Alright, he's got to get rid of my giants this turn or else he's dead next time, unless he throws up a taunt.
I wonder.
Huh. Hi, Grom. That's unfortunate, because he has charge. Well, here's what's fun. Is because he got Grom, Grom has charge and also 10, so I can faceless manipulate him. That'll give me 10, and then I can kill him. So thank you, random legendary that fell from the skies and gave me that victory. I appreciate it wholeheartedly. Alright, and there's our 40 gold for casting 20 minions of 5 cost. So we will open up a pack, because we have 100 gold now. Go to the shop. Classic are all of the original cards, and then Goblins versus Gnomes is the new set. One pack is 100 gold in-game currency, and then you can see the more packs you want, you have to use actual money. The most I've ever used is the 15 pack for 20. I've gotten a couple $20 cards. And he was a good guy to give me that victory there. I'm glad that happened. That makes me feel better about this whole stream. But let's buy it, and we'll open it up and see if we get anything. Probably not. Every deck or every pack has at least 5 commons and a rare card in it, but it can have epic cards, which are lower value or higher rarity, and then legendaries, which are the most rare. That's a rare card. That's a pretty cool one. It's for the Shaman class, which I never play. It has Wind Fury, which lets it attack twice per turn. But it has a 50% chance of attacking the wrong enemy, because ogres are stupid. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. That's an okay card for Rogue, but I don't play Rogue. And another Dark Bomb, which I already have 2. So, useless pack. I'll be disenchanting all of that. So, go into your collection, go to crafting, disenchant extra cards, and then you can also go directly to where the other cards are. So commons, which are these little white gems in the middle, they're worth 5 dust, unless I have 700 dust down here. They're 40 dust to craft them. Rares are 100 to craft, but 20 if you disenchant them. Epics are 400 dust to craft, and 100 dust if you disenchant them. And legendaries are 1600 dust, or 400 dust if you disenchant them. So one of the things about the game is, of course, legendaries, which are the most rare cards in the game. I have a couple legendaries. You've seen one of them in action, and that is Jaraxxus. He's a Warlock-specific legendary. The other legendary I have is my favorite in the game, and that is Leroy Jenkins, for those of you that have seen the video. So they actually put him into the game, and he actually does go through the whole thing. So when you summon him, he yells his name, and then when you charge with him, he says, "Let's do this," and then when he dies, he says, "At least I have chicken." So he's fun in an aggro deck. And then there's Jiraxis. Trifling gnome, your arrogance will be your undoing. That's about it. I've been going for over an hour, so I really appreciate everyone for showing up. Thank you very much. I appreciate the feedback. Hope it was somewhat enjoyable. I'm probably going to stream some more Hearthstone in the future as I continue to climb towards Legend. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Not so great tonight. I definitely have to learn a lot more with Handlock, or try a different deck. But for Parkinson's, I'll show you quickly the Handlock deck I was using before, so you can kind of see it here. I'll go quickly through the different cards. And this will be up on YouTube, so if you missed part of it, you can go back and rewatch it. It's going to be easily my longest video to date, and probably ever. Might have to break it up into a couple parts, we'll see. But yeah, again, thanks everyone for showing up. Hopefully it was enjoyable. Hopefully I will continue to do better as I stream in the future. And I will see you all next time, either in my next YouTube video or the next time I stream.